Hello children, how are you? I am Dr. Ina Zafar. Today we will discuss about the topic of the solid state part 1 chemistry of class 12 for all board examination. And now subtopics are general characteristics of solid state, amorphous and crystalline solid, classification of crystalline solids, ionic solid, metallic solids, covalent or network solid, and molecular solids. And now introduction. Solid state is a state of matter beside liquid and gaseous state. In case of solid, the intermolecular force are very strong and empty space between the atom ions molecule is very less. That is why they have a fixed shape and volume. And now characteristic properties of solid. The following are the characteristic properties of the solid state. They have definite mass, volume and shape. Their constituent particles, atom, molecules or ion have fixed position and can only oscillate about their mean position. Intermolecular forces are strong. Intermolecular distance are short. They are incompressible and rigid. Classification of crystalline solids based on various properties and based on bonding. Based on various properties, crystalline solids. A crystalline solid is a solid materials whose constituents such as atoms, molecules or ions Ions are arranged in a highly ordered microscopic structure forming a crystal lattice that extends in all directions. Example, diamonds, metal, salt and quartz, etc. And now amorphous solid. Amorphous solid include both natural and man-made material. The most frequently cited example of an amorphous solid is glass. Amorphous solids are common to all subsets of solid. Now example of amorphous solids are glass, rubber, wax, gel and many plastic, etc. And this is a molecules or atoms or ions arranged in a crystalline solid. Okay, and this is a atoms or molecules or ions arranged in a amorphous solid. And now following table shows the differences between crystalline and amorphous solids. This is the difference between a crystalline solid and amorphous solid, long range order and short range order. This is a long range order, short range order, and crystalline solid have definite shape. The amorphous solid have irregular shape. Generally, crystalline solid are anisotropic in nature and they have isotropic in nature. They are true solid. They are considered as pseudo solid or supercool liquid. definite heat of fusion, and heat of fusion is not definite. They have sharp melting point, or they have gradually softened over a range of temperature, and so can be molded. Example of NaCl diamond and amorphous example is rubber, plastic, glass, etc. And this is a example of anisotropy in crystalline solid, and this is a isotropy in nature in amorphous solid. And anisotropy is the properties which depend on the direction of measurement, and crystalline solid are anisotropy. They show different value of physical property when measured along different direction. And anisotropy in crystal due to different arrangement of their constituent along different direction. And now isotropy means uniformity in all direction. In solid state, isotropy means having identical values of physical properties such as refractive index, electrical conductance, etc. in all directions. And now difference between anisotropy versus isotropy. First of all, definition. Anisotropy is the property of being depend on the direction. Isotropy of being independent on the direction. And properties, different properties in different direction, similar properties in different direction. Refractive index, material have more than one refractive index, and material have a single refractive index. Example, all crystals like crystals, wood and composite materials, and crystal with cubic symmetry and amorphous material such as glass. And now crystalline solid are classified into four groups. First of all, ionic solid, metallic solid, covalent solid, molecular solid, and molecular solids are further divided into non-polar, polar solid, and polar solid and hydrogen bonded. Now ionic solids. The ionic solids are those solids contain a strong electrostatic attractive force, and cation surrounded by as many anions as possible, and vice versa. Ionic crystalline possesses definite crystal structure. Many solids are cubic close packed. Example, NaCl, MgO, and zinc sulfide crystal. There is an example of NaCl crystals. And in this structure, see, this is a Cl ion, and this is a Na plus ion. And this is a cubic structure of magnesium oxide, magnesium ion, oxygen ions, and this is the structure of zinc sulfide. And now metallic solids. In metallic solids, positive ions are surrounded and are held together in sea of delocalized electrons. hard but malleable and ductile, and good conductors of electricity in solid state as well as molten state. And high melting point, particles are held by metallic bonding, and examples are iron, copper and magnesium, etc. This is an example of metallic solid. In this sea of delocalized electrons, this is the electrons are delocalized. This is the electron are delocalized in crystalline side of the crystals in a metallic solid. So metallic solids are good conductors of electricity by the moving electrons. And now covalent or network solid. Constituent particles are atoms and they are hard insulators of electricity except graphite, which is a conductor of electricity, and they are very high melting points and can decompose before melting. Particles are held by covalent bonding, example SiO2, SiC, diamond and graphite. This is an example of covalent or network solid, and other example diamond, and this is a structure of diamond. This is a carbon atom, 4 carbon atom bonded by covalent bond. This is a covalent bond between carbon-carbon atom, between carbon-carbon atoms, and other examples are graphite. This is a structure of graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity, and because in graphite carbon atoms are arranged in different layers and each atom is covalently bonded to 3 of its neighboring atoms in the same layer. The fourth valence electron of each atom is present between different layers and is free to move. These free electrons make graphite a uh, good conductors of electricity. And now molecular solid. In molecular solid, the constituents are neutral molecules. They are held together by weak and van der Waals forces. Generally, molecular solids are soft and they do not conduct electricity. And non-polar solids are non-polar molecular solid. In non-polar molecular solids, constituent molecules are held together by weak dispersion force of London force. They have low melting points and are usually in liquid or gases state at room temperature. Example, naphthalene and anthracene. This is an example of non-polar molecular solids. Non-polar molecular solid. And this is a naphthalene balls and this is a anthracene. And both are polycyclic aromatic. Both are polycyclic aromatic compounds. Aromatic compound means the naphthalene contain 2 benzene ring and anthracene contain 3 benzene ring. Its compound. polar molecular solids. The constituents are molecules formed by polar covalent bond. They are held together by relatively strong dipole interaction. They have higher melting point than the non-polar molecular solids. Examples are solid carbon dioxide and solid ammonia. This is an example of polar molecular solids. And this is another example of polar molecular solid. And this is a solid ammonia alum. And now hydrogen bonded molecular solid. Their constituents are held together by hydrogen bond. They are generally soft solid under room temperature. Example, ice, glucose and urea. This is the ice cube and this is a solid urea. I hope you all understand solid state part 1. So please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.